Good morning, Love Tribe. Just got my coffee, hot and steamy. I actually slept in a little bit this morning because it's been very hectic around here. I'm so blessed by you guys. I have so many readings this last week, and I've actually opened up next week, and it's starting to fill up. So if you want your own personal reading, you might want to get your dibs in while you can. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. You've made this journey of mine such a beautiful, beautiful journey. And I just don't know what I'd do without you guys. I mean, my lives, everybody that shows up in my lives, it's almost like when I say love tribe, that's exactly what we have. We have a love tribe. And we might be small, but we're mighty, right? And so today, before I do the twin flame check-in, I just wanted to take a moment and talk to you guys because I noticed Spirit's been kind of tickling the back of my brain. And I've noticed, quite a few. I love to watch twin flame readings. I do. I personally don't watch them anymore because I'm chasing or codependent on my twin. I watch them because it's my job, and I like to see. I'm still learning how others read. Remember, I just started reading tarot back when I opened my channel. And so for me, it's more of a hobby than it is, in the beginning, that phase you go through in the beginning of your twin flame journey where you're so codependent, you're such a chaser, and you're just, watching hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos on twin flames, and you're allowing it to consume your every thought, your every moment. I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because I've noticed that there's quite a few readers on YouTube that are really profiting off of the twin flame journey. And yes, I'm one of them, but I am a twin flame and I am on the journey, and there are many great readers out there that are twin flames and they are on the journey. But there are those that aren't, and they wanted to hop on the wagon train, and I've noticed that they tend to, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, so you guys use your own judgment on who you're watching, who you're trusting with your journey. But I have noticed that there is some very low vibrational readings out there, talking about all the low vibrational stuff, especially if your twin is in another relationship. They do the, karma readings around the karmic partner, and they're so filled with judgment and hate and just low vibrational stuff. So I'm not much of a preacher, so I'm not going to go real in depth. I just want to tell you guys that on your twin flame journey, if you're in the beginning stages, and when I say the beginning stages, I want to say maybe the first 6 months to 12 months, it's normal. It's a normal phase for you to, I forgot to shut my phone off. It's a normal phase for you to become codependent. This is the phase, I like to think of it as the swamp, right? The swamp being our shadow, our very deeply rooted fears, trauma bonds, addictions, belief systems. That's a big one. Really, really big belief systems, like what have you been programmed by ancestral beliefs or ancestral patterns to believe that maybe, just maybe, can't hold truth in today's day and age? And So this is a phase that is necessary. It's an absolute part of the journey. It's that first awakening, and your twin will trigger you, and they will some display narcissistic behaviors. But there's a difference, because narcissism borders on the line of psychosis, or what's the word I'm looking for? Psychopathy. I don't know. But anyhow, watch some videos on what a true narcissist is, because twin flames, we're not narcissists. We're just extremely attached. I mean, we are quantumly entangled, and we do trigger our worst behaviors. Your twin will bring the worst and the best out in you. That's their job, right? They bring the worst to the surface and trigger you so that you can see, why do I feel that way? Why am I so susceptible? Why can they trigger me? My twin triggered me in my abandonment issues. My wound, oh my God, I had such an abandonment wound. I've had so many people I love die young on me. And I had such a trauma wound. And of course, on the twin flame journey, if you're afraid of being abandoned, your twin 9 times out of 10 will abandon you. Not because they're narcissists, but because they're helping you to see that trauma bond. And if you're afraid of not being chosen 9 times out of 10, you'll go through a couple of seasons of not being chosen, right? Until you clear that wound. When you clear that wound and you get to that 9 of Pentacles, right? 9 of Pentacles is, I can do this. I've got this. With you, without you, or in spite of you. I can do this. I know my worth. I know my value. And I've totally found myself. And until you get to that 9 of Pentacles energy, your twin's going to trigger you. They're going to. And that, like I said, is their job. So if your twin is still triggering you and you've been on this journey for a while, I encourage you, instead of watching videos all day long that zap you of your energy or rob you of your light, shut them off and go within. Or if you're like me, I have a hard time meditating. I channel, and I channel clearly, and it comes right through for me. And so it's easy for me to get spirit to talk to me. But spirit, my guides at least, are sassy. There are some things that they will not give me the answer to. They want me to go within and find that within myself. Clear that out within myself. They'll guide me. They'll give me hints. They'll shine little lights here and there. They give me tools, journaling, writing things down. I remember when my team told me, when I was being taught the art of manifestation, which I'm still working on, getting better at it, but I'm still working on it. And they said, know thyself, which really triggered me, because I'm an ordained minister. I taught Sunday school. If you guys have been following me, you know that I was deeply programmed in fundamental Christianity. Like, you didn't question the Bible. You didn't question God, even though I was born with an inner knowing that God is not primarily what they preach in the Bible. And so I'm getting off on a tangent here, but I guess what I want to say is this twin flame journey is not about getting your grubby little hands on that person that you're so in love with. That's kind of the incentive. That's the cherry on top of the ice cream cone or sundae. It is the motivation. If you weren't so quantumly entangled, if you weren't so in love, if you weren't so separated from yourself, from you, because your twin is you in another experience. Remember, we talked about the mirror, you break the mirror up. The mirror in the tree will never, ever, 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 ever know what it's like to be the mirror in your pocket or under the candle. Same God, different experiences. Well, your twin is you in a totally opposite experience. And they are the physical manifestation of every one of your fears and trauma bonds, trauma wounds. And you, like it or not, are the exact opposite of them and the physical manifestation of every single one of their fears. So if they have a fear of commitment, you're going to demand that they commit to you. If they have a fear of not being worthy enough, you're going to rise like cream right to the top. And they're going to look at you and put you on this pedestal and think, I'm not good enough. And so if you're stuck in a cycle of totally giving your power away to other readers or any readers, even me, to spy on or tap into the mind and the feelings. And we do that, don't we? We build the bridge, right? We do this energy check-in. What's he thinking about me? What are you thinking about him? If you notice, when I do my check-ins, lately I've been doing them once a week. And I really haven't felt comfortable with that because I kind of feel like that's excessive. Energy takes a while to move. And it's usually the same story with a tiny, tiny little bit of movement, right? But there are readers out there that will do twin flame readings every day. And there are viewers that are on the twin flame journey that will watch them every day. And it takes time away from your children. It takes time away from your journey. It takes time. So I'm going to do today's energy check-in. And I'm going to do it the way I always do it because ethically I feel like I'm doing it right. My guides have guided me on my journey. And I think it's okay to do a check-in just to see, you versus them, the shared energy, because it has led me on my journey a lot. Like I really feel like I have been divinely guided on my own personal healing. And this twin flame journey is not about your person. Your person is an aspect of you that is broken and healing and in a different manifested reality. And so I want you to focus on your healing. Union happens in here first. And if you can't find union with self, you will never find union with your twin. You will be in runner, chaser, separation, infinitely. I was clearly shown by Spirit that union happens in your heart. That's where the twins unify. It's all about consciousness. You hold the new templates of unconditional love that we are building for the future. And you cannot be a vibrational match to unconditional love until you have given it to yourself. And that's the hardest part of the journey. For me personally, it's so easy to love others. It really is easy. for me to give unconditional love to others. As a matter of fact, it was a bit of a problem. I was carrying everybody else's problems and healing. You know, we talked in one of my lives about that song on YouTube called The Fixer. I can't remember the man's name at the moment. But it really struck a chord with me because that's been my entire life. I was the fixer. I was the middle child, you know. I was the go-between. I was the fixer. And I fixed everybody else's problems, but I never, ever, ever, ever even stopped to think about my own. And so I just wanted to give you a caution and a warning and tell you that this journey is about self-healing, self-love, self-exploration. And your twin is your catalyst. And union can't and never will happen if you don't learn to unify within you. That means forgiveness on all levels, forgiving yourself and forgiving them. And if they're behaving like a narcissist, you need to question, am I really a twin? Because there's a lot of people out there, and I've had them come to me for readings, who think they're on a twin flame journey and they're just in a really, really messed up relationship. If you're living with the person you think is your twin and you're abusive to each other physically, mentally, spiritually, verbally, not your twin. Let me repeat that. Your twin will never hit you. They couldn't. They couldn't. Not in a million years. They couldn't. Sure, they might say things that hurt your feelings because they're triggering a wound that you're meant to look at. But they will not abuse you. My twin has never, ever, ever been aggressive with me. I think we had one fight right before we broke up, right before he triggered that abandonment wound, right? Just literally left without so much as a goodbye. After living together for months and talking about marriage, right? We had a fight. And luckily, I was intuitive, you know. He said a lot of really mean things. And it was weird because it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The day before it was, I love you, babe. I love you, babe. I love you, babe. And the next day it was, I hate you. I don't love you. I never have loved you. I don't want to be with you. I don't know why you're here. I wish you'd leave. That was probably the most painful conversation I ever had with him. And I knew deep, deep down, I'm not stupid. I knew he was pulling back. I knew he was running. I knew he was lacing up his sneakers. And what he was trying to do is he was, in his own really warped, nasty way, he was trying to get me angry at him so that when he snuck out a couple nights later to go back to his almost ex-wife because he was feeling guilty. I mean, he abandoned his wife and child and ran away with me. And so he felt like he needed to make things right. And he probably had a lot of pressure from friends and family that what he did was wrong. And it was. And I'm glad that he did what he did. And I'm glad it worked out the way that it did. And I'm actually a little proud of him for doing the right thing. I just wish he would have had the maturity, because we were really young. I wish he would have had the maturity to tell me. That's all. I don't know how I would have received it. I probably would have been just as devastated and broken. But no, you see, your twins are supposed to hit that nerve, right? That abandonment wound. And that's exactly where it hit. Square, right? Shot the arrow and there it hit. And so I'm grateful for my journey, guys. And I'm here to help you guys. I'm not in union. I'm still working on my trauma wounds. I'm still working on, those belief systems that play in the background that tell me I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. Man, I've come so far. Oh my God, I've come so far. I went from being in such lack mentality that I was constantly borrowing money, working 2 or 3, hustling all the time just to keep my nose above water financially. And when your outer world is that way, it's a reflection of your inner world being that way, meaning that you don't trust your own inner worth. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit. I haven't done this in a while, I used to talk to you guys a lot. I don't know if you watch him, but there's another reader. His name's Joey. Joey Aloha was the name of his channel, but I believe now he's changed it to King of Aloha. But he posted on his community tab, that he was going to talk about this too, to be careful who you're giving your power and your journey away to. And because this is your journey. This is not a relationship that is harmful. And if it is, it's because you're not taking it and using it the way it was designed, the way your higher self put the two of you together. I love my twin unconditionally. I don't care if he's married. I don't care if he's got a harem. I wouldn't participate in that. I'm not going to find union that way because I've learned my value, my self-worth. I'm not going to compromise my integrity or my newfound freedom of those kind of belief systems. And so I have faith that he can do this. I mean, I have faith that he absolutely can heal, and I'm going to play my part. I'm going to trigger him every chance I get. Sometimes I don't even know I'm doing it. I just do it. Like he'll reach out and I'll say something and boom, he ghosts. He's scared again, right? But I have faith. He's me in another body, and hell, if I can rock this, he can. And so, he needs to choose self-love. He needs to choose him. What does he want? What makes him happy? Why is he staying in a situation that makes him miserable? Is it because of status? Because he's afraid of what people will think? Because, he's made some pretty big mistakes in his life in relationships. And this one's lasted pretty long, and maybe, just maybe, people might judge him very harshly if he goes back to those old behaviors, right? I don't blame him. I can't imagine what it must feel like to have to face his past, because he made some pretty poor choices. And so now he's got to clean that mess up. That's part of the karma. That's part of the journey. But guys, you can't stay stuck in a narcissistic relationship where there's abuse or neglect and believe that no. I know on a very deep, deep cellular level that my twin loves me. And I know that when he ghosts me and stays away from me, it's because he doesn't want to harm me, not because he's trying to harm me. And so you need to learn discernment. I need to learn discernment. I'm still not in union. So enough with the nagging. I just really wanted to touch on that. Anyhow, I started talking about King of Aloha. He posted something on his community tab similar to what I'm talking about, and he's going to do a video on it too. And I agree with him 100%. I believe there are readers out there that are really truly marketing themselves as twin flame readers. And you can tell the difference between somebody who's just reading to get your subscriptions and your views versus somebody who is truly trying to empower you and put you on a journey that's going to change your life for the better. And so if you don't have enough discernment to know the difference, then you need to go deeper inside of yourself, because there's this beautiful, beautiful union that is wanting to happen with you. So I'm going to get to the reading. It's not going to be as long today because we've got about a half an hour before my son comes busting through the door. And so I'm going to focus more on well, let's just say I'm just going to be quick about it. Okay, we just want an energy check-in to see where is this going. I don't know why I'm shuffling this deck. I don't want to use this deck. So if you're going to click off of my video and go watch 50 more about what is he thinking, what is he doing, what is his home life like, we check in on all that here. You should only need one reading a week to check in on your twin flame. Now, I will admit to you that I will go and watch spiritual readings, pick a pile reading on what do your guides want you to know right now. And there'll be 3 piles, and I'll pick 1 or 3 usually. I don't know, sometimes 2, but mostly I pick 1. And the reader will be reading about finances and whatnot, and then all of a sudden it'll just turn into this romantic reading. And they're oracle cards. Almost all oracle cards have one card that says divine union or divine soulmate or something. And almost always, I don't care. I mean, because I'm not focusing on the twin flame. I'm focusing on bettering myself, on what do my spirit guides want me to know, and where, because it's hard for me to read for myself. And my guides don't always give me all the answers. They want me digging deep. They want me going within. They want me to seek and you shall find, right? And man, I'll tell you, my twin's higher self does not want me to get too far away, because it shows up in 90% of the readings that I watch on YouTube that aren't even geared toward romance at all. And so you might find that. You might find that your twin's higher self is constantly trying to communicate with you through songs, through signs and synchronicities, through readings, But I'm not out there I'm not chasing. No more. I'm not. 9 of Pentacles. I can do this with you, without you, or in spite of you. Because I love myself and I plan on creating my highest and best life. And I am in service to the world. Healthy service. That's why I put up, a schedule Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you notice I don't always meet that demand, that mark, because I'm learning to take care of myself. If I'm tired, I'm not doing it. I used to only upload when I was called to the table, and I wanted my channel to grow. It's not growing. It hasn't changed at all. Despite the fact that I went from uploading maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, to uploading 2 or 3 videos a week and doing a live twice a month. It hasn't grown. Spirit's trying to show me that, this is not for money. I'm not doing this for money, or at least I shouldn't be, because I don't need to. I'm divinely cared for. All of my needs are met. My account was down to $197 2 days before rent was due, $675. And I fell into old habits where all of a sudden I was hustling. I'm like, oh my God, I got to hustle. And I posted, specials on my community tab, and I didn't need to. I didn't need to. I just needed to have faith, because as soon as I cleared that fear out and I stopped hustling, it freed up. It was the weirdest thing, guys. It really is. All right, so let's just get to the reading, okay? Masculine's thoughts, feminine's thoughts. Masculine's feelings towards his feminine, feminine's feelings toward her masculine, masculine's home life, feminine's home life, intentions, next inspired action. I like doing the energy check-ins because if your masculine is going through tower moments and going through healing and doing all the things that you've already done, then it's important for you to know so that you can pull your energy back and go take care of your own business. But sometimes that energy changes, and you'll hear from your masculine because he needs triggered again. Remember, you wouldn't be where you are today if you hadn't been triggered by him or her. I say him a lot because my channel is predominantly feminines. And I apologize because I do know there are a couple masculines in the room. So guys, I'm sorry. But I've been doing this. We're going on our 3rd year here on YouTube. And for the first 2 years, it was all feminines. I did a poll. There were masculine bodies, but they were the feminine archetype. So I do apologize if I say masculine a lot. All right, let's just crack into this. And like I said, use this as a tool for your own self-development and growth. And we're just checking in to see how spirit is triggering them. This helps too, so that if they reach out to you, you kind of know what frame of mind they're in so that you can be that trigger. So you can call them to the mat on their behaviors and in a nice way, you're like, hey, you got to show up as a match. And so I do think it's a good tool. I just think you need to be very careful on how often you use it. All right, masculine's thoughts about his feminine. By the way, 3 of Pentacles is the combined energy. This is the shared energy. Collaboration, so this is a good energy for the week. It tells me that you're kind of willing to work with each other. There's no hatred or anger, and if there is, you better clear that stuff out, because the consensus, the majority rule is in a good place where they're willing to collaborate should either partner show up in that energy, right? All right, 4 of Pentacles, scarcity mindset. So the masculine, again, is going through what we went through. Remember, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not tall enough. I'm not thin enough. I'm not enough. And so in order to come together in a collaboration, your masculine needs to be triggered in that area. So if they contact you, use that information to trigger them, It's like, where in your life do you feel like you're not good enough? And change it if you want to, if you're called to. I've told my masculine a few times. I'm like, hey, he'd be like, oh, Eeyore, poor is me, I'm stuck. Nobody cares about me here. I'm just their work hog, and I'm like, wow, you must really like being the work hog, being that hamster on the wheel. And I'll trigger him. I know I do. All right, feminine, she's thinking about her masculine, concrete ideas, Page of Pentacles. You guys know that's cool. We've talked about this lately, and maybe you guys have taken it to heart. Seems like the feminine's thinking about ways that she can better her life and give him space to better his, right? Concrete ideas with collaboration. That's Page of Pentacles feels, I don't study this stuff, but it feels like Virgo energy to me. Pen to paper. What needs to be done? And how do we do it? That's what the feminine's thinking. All right, masculine, what does he feel for his feminine this week? Oh, 10 of Pentacles, ultimate achievement. That's why he's in the 4 of Pentacles energy. He sees his feminine glowing up. He sees that you are succeeding you're at that 9 of Pentacles, right? Or hopefully you are, because the ones that I've been guiding and counseling are getting there, right? There's 3 waves. So don't, if you're not there, don't beat yourself up, because there are 3 waves. But that 9 of Pentacles is, I'm going to do this because I can, because I have faith in myself. I love myself. I can do this with you, without you, or in spite of you. Right? So 10 of Pentacles, in his heart space, he thinks you're all that in a bag of chips. You are the real deal. You've made it. You are at the pinnacle of the Pentacles. Say that 10 times fast, or even twice. Aww. The feminines are really missing their masculines. 5 of Pentacles, isolated and alone. Isn't it funny? He thinks that you've got it all. You've got it all over me. I don't know what that song is. You've got it all over me. I don't know. But that's what he's thinking. He's thinking you've got it all, and you're thinking, I'm just at 5, man. I'm just at 5. I'm not even close. I'm missing. I'm a lone wolf. I'm doing this out here all by myself. Missing my masculine. Not feeling good enough for you. And he thinks you're too good for him, right? It's kind of a shame. All right, so what is the home life like for the masculine at this time? 9 of Wands, trials and tribulations, desert land. Things are not good. Now, you guys know I love to read, and I usually throw all kinds of clarifiers on these, but really, I don't need to. I just like to, because I like to guide you the best I can. But we have limited time, and it's pretty clear, right? His home life, 9 of Wands. That's going to be different for each and every one of them, but that's trials and tribulations. Struggling at work, struggling in relationship, if they're in another karmic relationship, struggling with their own inner wounding, their triggers, we've got some masculines that are worried about money. We've got some that are worried about status. We've got some that are worried about drug addictions. Some are even couch surfing, sleeping on other people's couches because their self-worth is so low that they can't even manifest a job and a roof over their head. And they're not alone. There are feminines in that camp too. All right. So, home life for the feminine. 9 of Cups. There you go. Satisfaction, wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups, for me as a reader, is a self-fulfilling thing, right? My friend Sherry Lynn, when I first started, when I first was leaving my husband, getting a divorce, she gave me a reading, and it was a good reading. It was a great reading. And the 9 of Cups come up, and she told me, look, you got this cup, this cup, this cup. You need to take things step by step. First, you take care of this one. Then you take care of this one. Then you take care of this one. And before you know it, you're going to accomplish where you're headed. And that's exactly what I did. And that's the 9 of Cups for me. It's like, if you want wish fulfillment, you need to fill those cups. These are your wishes, right? Then you get to the 10 of Cups. That's where you share. That's like the family, the most fulfilling, loving, emotional fulfillment, right? Only it's with another. That's when you're married and raising kids and everybody's happy and fulfilled and their cups runneth over. It's the pinnacle of the cups. So in your home, you're hammering it out. You're working on filling those cups, fulfilling your own prophecies, your own wish fulfillment, satisfactions. You are learning how to fulfill your own happiness without him, even though you're missing him. And he's struggling to find how to weed his garden. You know, a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us have been working very diligently on weeding that garden. What stays, what goes? You know, we've been being taught and guided by Spirit on what do we harvest out, sacrifice, and what stays. There were certain friends that just didn't honor you as a friend. And there were relationships and situationships that were just draining you of your energy and constantly keeping you in that low vibration of self-doubt, self-unworthiness. And we've learned that I attracted when I was that vibration, and I'm not that vibration anymore, and ripped it right out. Well, the masculine is now heavily burdened. He's almost to the 10 in the home space. Not quite there yet. Almost to the 10. Trying to figure out just how much more of this can they take, right? And not every one of the masculines are in a relationship. This could be anything. It could be their finances, their friends. They're being taught through these burdens what stays and what goes. And they're going to have to tend their own garden, their own vibration. And they're going to have to sacrifice. But they're not quite there yet, okay? At least not the ones that I'm sharing energy with today, which hopefully is everybody who's watching. What is their intentions toward the feminine? Queen of Pentacles, nurturing. Their intentions are to get your attention back. If you have been, and I have, I don't know if you have, but if you've been working hard on those healthy boundaries and not chasing anymore. I mean, I chase, right? Like remember that channeling where Spirit said, if you're the only glue holding something together, then maybe you should just trust that it's time to let it fall apart. And I did that. I've done that in all of my relationships, all of them. If I don't hear from somebody, if somebody doesn't care enough about me to check in, I'm not chasing them down anymore. I might once, just to say, you know, are you going through something? Do you need help? Are you okay? And if I don't hear back, or if they're curt with their response, I learn to respect people's boundaries, right? So I think some of the feminines have put up some healthy boundaries, and you've stopped chasing your masculine, and you've listened to Spirit's guidance about taking your focus off of them and replacing it on you so that you can do your healing and be ready. I don't know what would happen if I got everything I asked for. You know, I sat the other day and I thought, you know, what would happen? I've been wanting my channel to grow. I've been wanting to get, I'm on mission. I want to help as many people as I can. And, you know, I just want it to grow. I want my voice to help as many people as got ears to hear it. And I got to be honest. I sometimes struggle to handle the business I've got. I mean, I have good weeks and bad weeks, but this week I've had 3 or 4 readings a day. And there are readers out there that do that. Rich Lop, I don't know how many readings he has, private paid readings a day. I just don't. I don't ask. None of my business. But I would assume, having almost 300,000 viewers, that he has quite a few. And I don't know how they do it. I don't. I do 4 readings in a day, but my readings, I do those longer readings. I don't do 20-minute, readings. My readings are more like counselings, like coaching, I guess. Anyhow, I don't know. I don't know. I asked myself, what would happen if my twin showed up on my door, healed, ready to go? My abundance came in, like all of a sudden, my channel exploded up to, 100,000, 200,000 viewers. All of a sudden, I've got people, because I don't know if you guys know this about me, but when COVID isn't here, I do the circuit. I do all the big expos and I teach. I do lectures. I've got videotapes of lectures, CDs that I've sold at the expos of lessons and channelings that I've done. And so when that opens up, and it's starting to, I did a show last weekend. This weekend I'm not. Next weekend I am. And so I just sat and thought, what would happen if I got everything I wished for? Could I handle it? Am I ready? And so you need to ask yourself, all these things that you've been praying for and asking for, Spirit is giving you time to prepare, to clear out all of that rubbish, all those old belief systems, all of that negativity that, if you made it big or if you succeeded, do you believe in yourself and love yourself enough not to self-sabotage it, not to destroy the very manifestation you've been working on? And I don't know how I went off on that tangent, but there you go. I don't know. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. It's what I'm working on. He misses you. He's felt you withdraw your energy, nurturing. His intentions are he wants to reciprocate. He wants to be able to make you feel as beautiful as you make him feel. But he's not feeling worthy. 4 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, the way he sees you is all that in a bag of chips, and he's not feeling ready. Your intentions are to work on it. See, this is exactly why I love my viewers, okay? If I was reading for 200,000 viewers, this may not show up because we would have so many different people, and who knows what the consensus would be. But my guides talk to those who are watching, those that they drive here, right? Like drive here. 8 of Pentacles, work in progress. Your intentions towards your masculine is you are willing to collaborate and work on this, and you know that it's a work in progress. And that in itself is a huge discovery, right? When you get out of that impatience, I need it now, I need it now, I need it now. If it showed up and knocked on your door today in the right way, are you ready for it? I'd like to say yes. I'd like to say I'd give it one hell of a college try, right? But what if all your dreams showed up and they're not a vibrational match? What if they show up drunk at your door? What if you get your 200,000 viewers and they're all so low vibrational that you don't even know how to pull yourself from where you are to counsel them to get them where they need to go, right? I get some of those that creep in every now and then. Remember that live we did where we had spammers like saying all kinds of bad stuff? What would you do if you had those on you every day? I know Rich deals with that. I know, because he sent a few my way. They're not easy to deal with. People who are obsessed and some of them are mentally unstable. So anyhow, let's get back to what is. So your masculine is thinking that they're not good enough for you. You're thinking about a practical plan. Okay, whether it's I don't know. Everybody's going to be different. But that Page of Pentacles, it's like, I know it's coming. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for something I can sink my teeth into, bury in the backyard. It'll be there 10 years from now. Your masculine feels like you have made it. You're beyond that 9 of Pentacles. You've made it to the 10, and you made it without them. And that's heavily on their heart. 5 of Pentacles, you're like, no, talk to me, collaborate with me, because I will tell you, I'm not there. I'm only halfway there. I, too, am a work in progress, working on fulfilling my 9 of Cups. His home life, burdened, trials, tribulations, tower moments. Although it's not showing up here, I know it's been there because we've channeled that. But they're clearing them out, right? They're not showing up here. So when those tower moments hit, they're navigating them. We got to give them more credit than we do. All right. Next up is the last card, and that is, what is it? Oh, next, spiritually inspired action. You know, spirits whispering in their ears. My son's going to be here any minute. 8 of Wands, energy surge and communication. Next inspired action, expect that they're going to contact you. May not be, you know, some pivotal moment, but you're going to hear from them. Or at least they're being guided to. Whether or not they follow that guidance, that's a whole different story. And your next inspired action is the King of Pentacles, stable. It is masculine energy. So he's got the Queen of Pentacles. He's in the feminine energy. You've got the King of Pentacles. You're in your masculine energy. And that's beautiful because, see, the feminines went first. Now because the whole journey is about integrating in balance, vibrational balance, your inner masculine and feminine aspects. That's first union. And so you were in the feminine archetype and now you're in the masculine. And what we need to create a deck that has both together, right? Which for me is probably the Temperance card is the closest you'll get. But there's an idea for you, anybody watching that are creators of decks, because I know other readers sometimes watch me. I watch them. And if you create your own decks, we need a tarot deck that has a twin flame deck that has that pre-union stage of inner union with self that is balanced masculine and feminine energies, the yin and the yang. Okay, I know it shows up in oracle cards, but we need a tarot. All right, so anyhow, guys, I'm going to do some messages. I don't have time to build a bridge. Spirit says you need to make time. Okay, so just so you know, I'm going to make time, but my kid's going to come through and he's going to head for that fridge because he's a hungry boy and he likes to make noise. So you're going to have to deal. I'm going to try to do this quickly. I would like to build a bridge. I don't have any of my Romance Angel deck here. We'll do messages. I'll use the deck that I'm making with song lyrics. Okay, these are new and they stick together, so I'm going to draw one. Spirit, I'd like to build a bridge, masculine to feminine. Twins, how did they get there? One for the masculine, one for the feminine. Where? Oh my good, see, I did that show and they're all packed away. I need to get my decks out. Like I have probably 20 decks on my table, but do you think I'm happy with those? No, I have my favorites that I do for the twin flame journey. Masculine, feminine, please. Build a bridge, please, for union energies for masculine and feminine. And I'm going to do a surrender card, and then that should be good. What does the masculine still need, or what is the masculine working on at this moment to surrender? Because there's probably many, but which one are you whispering in their ear, Spirit, at this time that they need to surrender? And what about the feminine, please? Ooh, that one wanted to come out, so I'll take it. All right. My little boy's such a sweetheart. He walks a kindergarten girl, just a little bitty thing, down to her trailer so that her parents don't have to bundle up the babies and bring them out. And so he just got off the bus. I heard them all get off. In another 5 minutes, he'll be coming through the door. All right. So for the masculine side, trust, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward. Believe you can fly. Stephanie, again, thank you so much for these unicorn. I don't remember the name. The box is down there. Okay. And so one at a time here. Okay, Spirit. I like the way my guides pipe in my ear. No, you can't rush. Take your time. Healer. Oh, so for the masculine, trust, of course. What were we learning? What have we been learning? Trust our inner knowing. Trust the plan. Trust the niggle. The feminines, healer. You have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Most of you guys, twins, you're all ascended masters. You're all old souls. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt and the beer koozie. I'm doing a reading, babe. I'm almost done. Okay. So you guys need to be working on not just becoming the healer, but also if there's still healing that you need to do, because I know there is for me. Be careful too, because I've fallen into this trap. And lately, Spirit's been saying, you're not done yet. You get to a certain level and you think, wow, I've really healed so much within me. And you get a little cocky and you're like, I've got this now. I've got it down pat. And if you're not in union, that means there's still some tweaks that need to happen with yourself. You. All right. And when you do get to the point where you've pretty much got it down pat, then you are to work on service to other, right? Healer. How can you help heal the planet? How can you take what you've learned out into the world and help the planet? We got to raise the vibration of the planet one consciousness at a time. All right, masculine. Submerged. Iceberg. Wow. Okay, so the iceberg is cold, right? It's not very feeling. It's not allowing itself to really go beneath the water. And so, because it doesn't say submerge, it says submerged. So I feel like if they're being cold, if they're being distant, it's because they are going submerged. They're going below, beneath, okay? And they're being guided. In order to come into union, they need to go. They need to go deep. They need to go into that space that we did of purging those emotions. The feminine says instinct. You guys had a wolf twice now. You're in the masculine energy. So again, trust your intuition, your instincts. When you are the lone wolf, you need to navigate instinctually. Listen to your guides, listen to your team, right? They will guide you if you get quiet. And if you're watching YouTube videos, do the spiritual stuff, right? Watch like QHHT, and Dolores Cannon, and, research, learn about trauma wounds, trauma bonds. It's crazy. Spirit will guide you right where you need to go, but you need to take your focus off of the prize and put yourself back on the journey. Trust your instincts. All right, the masculine. Ooh, number 33, chaos and conflict. So when you pretend, or when they pretend to be something they're not, this zebra is clearly trying to be a giraffe, and nobody buys it, right? Nobody really believes it. He doesn't look like a giraffe. He can't see things from a higher perspective like a giraffe. And so Spirit's saying, if you want the chaos and conflict to clear out of your life, you're going to have to find a way to go underneath the persona, submerged, and clear away all of the falseness, all of the things that you've pretended to be that you just aren't. Okay, authenticity. Speak your truth. Quit pretending, quit being people pleasers, quit, honor thyself. Know thyself. Feminine, look at that. The fates. Bum, ba-da-da. This is like, you guys are just doing it. It's the number 17. It turns into a number 8. 8s are that, infinity symbol. It's the Vesica Pisces, yoni state. This is what comes around, goes around. I flow. I'm in the flow. I in the flow. I'm trusting the fates. I understand that there's something larger at work here. What does the masculine need to surrender, or is being guided to surrender? Outdated beliefs about yourself. Yeah, it's time to take that mask off. If you're a zebra, be the zebra and be happy you're a zebra. It's a blessing. It says, let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from your past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. What is the feminine being guided to release? Stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. Flow. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So for some of you, if you've put your masculine in the cold spot and you're not communicating, you're not nurturing, you're not reaching out, if you're divinely guided to do that, that's a beautiful thing. But that doesn't mean that when they try to reach out that you become this cold Queen of Swords, stubborn. Communicate lovingly. Talk. Don't be afraid to trigger them. It's okay. It's what you're supposed to do. A lot of times we don't say what we're meant to say because we're afraid that we're going to make them upset or chase them away or ruin it somehow. And you can't. You are bound, quantumly entangled forever and ever. Even if you don't come into physical union. And yes, that's a possibility. I face that possibility. Might never happen. Might not. We have free will. But I'm going to remember my mantra, powerful, conscious, creator. My son even knows it. Co-creating with the divine, my highest and best life.
She says that 1,000 times a day.
Yes, I do. And I'm doing it. All right. So now let's channel some messages from your counterpart, whether you're a masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. Spirit says use the other one first. So I shall. We're going to take 6 on each side. No, Spirit says no. We're just doing it for the viewer. Whoever you are, whether you're the masculine or you're the feminine, we're going to get messages from your person only, because you pretty much know what you want to say to them. All right, 6, please, Spirit. What would their person like to say to them at this time? Okay, so I took 6 and I'm going to read the top one. Salute, chaser, codependence, longing, addictive behaviors. So we just been talking about that today now, haven't we? So now it's their turn and they're going through that. Some of them might be drinking. Okay, salute, there's a shot glass. Chaser. So if they do get this energy surge and start reaching out to you, know that they're being divinely guided to chase after what they feel that they've been losing. And that's you. All right, so we have, there's something so intense about you, it kind of freaks me out. This kind of freaks me out because there are 100 index cards, and this one comes out almost every time I do a twin flame reading, whether it's a private one or a public one. And isn't that the truth, right? There's something so intense about you, it kind of freaks me out. We have, every love song sings the song of you and of us. We're going to look at love songs in just a moment. Then we have why. I just don't understand why things are so complicated. And that, I think, echoes through the chamber of both twins. Then we have makeup sex is always on my mind. That's funny. We have no, not now, not aligned. Of course, because if you were, they'd be knocking on the door, or you would. It says, I dream of you in my arms again. Dreaming. That's a big thing with twins, too. They dream about each other a lot in the 5D realm. Matter of fact, sometimes it's all that keeps us sane, right? Ooh. Hello. So, guys, if any of you are researchers and you're interested in helping me out to do some research on what would I have to do to make a deck of song lyrics without purchasing like individual rights to every one of the songs. Is it even doable? I don't know. If you give the artist credit, I don't know. But I would love to make this into a real deck. What?
I'm being good.
Okay. Can you let me finish? I'm almost done. He says, I'm being good. He's eating a salad. I made some homemade salad dressing and it turned out pretty good. And he likes it. All right. 6, please, Spirit. What would my twins person, higher self or lower self, like to say through song lyrics? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, please. And I'm taking the top one. Okay, now some of these songs I don't know by heart, so I can't sing them to you. But this one says, hey, hey, what can I say? I can just lie and say it's okay. Oh, oh, what can I do? Been going through hell getting over you. But it don't hurt like it used to. Billy Currington. So, hey, hey, what can I say? I can't just lie and say it's okay. Oh, oh, what can I do? Been going through hell getting over you. But it don't hurt like it used to. They might be working on that healing. This one says, sleight of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails, you make me wait. And I wait without you. With or without you, I can live with or I can't live with or without you. You too. I know that one. With or without you. I'm not in the mood to sing. Sorry. Although tonight's karaoke, I might just decide to go sing. We'll see. All right, the next one is, so yeah, sleight of hand. I need to absorb. Maybe you guys did, but I didn't absorb the message. Sleight of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails, you make me wait. And I wait without you. With or without you, I can't live with or without you. That's that place. We've been there. I've been there. It's like, damn, I don't know if I want you. I can't live with you, but I can't live without you either. That's because the healing hasn't happened. All right, so this one says, and I ran so far away by flock of seagulls. And I ran so far away. I ran both night and day. I had to get away. I can't sing it because I can hear it, but I can't get the tune. It says, and I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran all night and day. I had to get away. I ran so far away by flock of seagulls. So there's that runner, laced up tennis shoes, and I ran so far away. All right, the next one is, but how funny is that? Oh my God. So, and I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran all night and day. I had to get away. This one says, but I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the, I put whoa man because it could be man or woman, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. It says, I'm going to be 500 miles, the proclaimers. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. So he ran away, but he's seriously thinking about walking back, or she. Gotta change those pronouns, Tracy. All right, the next one is, this is a pretty one. Tony Braxton, Unbreak My Heart. Says, unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears I cried so many nights. And so the tune of that one is, unbreak my heart. My son's going to sing it with me. Say you love me again. Undo this hurt that you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears. I'm so off key. I cried so many nights. Unbreak my heart. Ooh. All right. Excuse me. So this one is Crush by Jennifer Page. All right. It says, it's just a little crush. Not like I faint every time we touch. It's just, some little things, crush. Not like everything I'd depend on. Not like everything I depend on you. It's, the way they write lyrics, they put the little hyphens. It's not like everything I depend on's you. Sha-la-la, crush. So some of them are thinking that, they don't want you to know that you've broke their heart and that they ran away, but they'd like to walk back 500 miles. Sleight of hand, twist of fate, on a bed of nails, you make me wait. Yeah. So, some of them are in denial still. It's just a little crush, right? Not like I faint every time we touch. It's just a little thing. Not like everything I depend on's you. It's just a crush. They're in denial, right? All right, last one is You're Beautiful by James Blunt. How I love this song. You're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place and I don't know what to do because I'll never be with you. Some of your people, masculine or feminine, might have seen you out and about, or maybe you're on YouTube or there's ways that they can view you and they're longing for you. They're like, you're beautiful. It's true. I saw your face in a crowded place and I don't know what to do because I'll never be with you. Okay, that's been your reading, guys. Thank you for sticking with me for such a long reading. I know that there are people out there that bitch and moan. They're like, I don't have an hour and 15 minutes in my day to. Well, good. Good. That tells me you've done the work or you're avoiding it, one of the two. But for those of you who follow me, and I know there are at least 30 or 40 out of the 2,500 that watch every minute. So if you made it to the end, let me know in the comments section. I want to know who is really, really working hard on themselves to make this happen. And guys, if you're struggling with being addicted to YouTube videos, on twin flame, on spying, remember, intention is everything. Everything. What is your intention? Are you spying on them? And if you are, is it because you truly want to use that knowledge to fix you? Or are you an ego in believing that you're not needing fix, that it's all them? They need to fix. They need to get their shit together, right? Why? Because you've got it all figured out? Maybe. But I challenge you to really think about what your intentions are when you go out there to watch YouTube videos excessively. And like I said, I love to watch YouTube videos, and I do. Where'd my deck go? And I do a lot of it. I really do. But there it is. I'm focused on me, on my healing. And yes, I do energy check-ins. Matter of fact, I just did a video for myself. I've been blogging or vlogging my journey, not nearly like I need to be. I think I've only made 3 or 4 videos in the 3 years I've been on this journey. But every now and then I get called to the table and I make a video just for me. I do a reading just for me and my twin. And that goes to show you how far I've come, because I really don't check in on him. I use my intuition. I can feel him. I know what he's doing. And when I do check-ins for you guys, I'm in that mix. I'm in that bag, right? And so I vlog. And if you're not journaling your journey, you should be, because I think we're going to be called to help others when we've found our union. Even if you only find union within self, and then because you're masculine or feminine that's not with you has free will. They have free will. Since Jesse left, I'm going to get, and there's probably going to be some of my viewers that are pissed because they've already clicked off, but I'm going to get a postcard from Spirit. Pardon me. Man. It says, dearest you, pump up the music, bang the drums, get on up and start that hustle toward your goals and your dreams. There are times to be still, but this is not one of them. Now is the time to make that first move, say yes to life, pick up that phone, make that decision, take that first step toward the gods, or us, Spirit. Expect a cascade of changes, good news, opportunities to show up as if by magic. Well, we know it's really Spirit and all of us moving things around for your benefit. The point is that we are saying go for it. Take positive action toward your dreams, even if the outcome, remember 9 of Cups. Pardon me, I drank that coffee and it just goobed everything up. Even if the outcome isn't an exact fit for your agenda, it will all be orchestrated by Spirit and arrive in divine appropriate timing. Don't you just love how it all works? We love you so much. And guys, there's your green light to work on you and to fulfill those 9 cups. Make a list, check it twice. Where are you not happy? And I'm not happy in my body. And Spirit's been driving me, pushing me, saying, well, instead of sitting around eating and watching YouTube videos, get up, go for a walk, get on your treadmill, dance, turn on. I know the memo came in, it's there. I'm just resistant. And so you have to ask yourself, where in your life are you still not happy with your highest and best life? Where are you not showing up for you? Because wherever you're not showing up for you is part of the problem why they're not showing up, because guess who they are? You, in another body, manifested in another experience. And until you show up 100%, 100% for you, union is not a vibrational match. Okay. So I'm going to go work on me, and I encourage you to go work on you. Namaste.